win. If there's the bumper sticker and yours the paragraph, you lose every single time. The attention span has gotten so small that I have found that on Facebook, if I put like a couple sentence quote on Facebook, it gets liked like twice. If I put like a cute, funny picture with basically the same quote but really short, kind of snarky and funny, everyone loves it and they're paying attention to it. The attention span is so short. And we approach things from a very rational perspective. When how do people make buying decisions? Because we're asking them to buy into our ideas. Do they make buying decisions on factual? Impulse and emotion. It's emotional decisions that people are making. And we're selling facts. Who cares about that? They don't put a car commercial up there and say, well, the intake valve, blah, blah, blah. No one would buy it. They're like, oh, feel like you're 19 again. Be free and ride that, whatever, I don't even know. But that's what they are selling, and that's what we have to figure out how to do is take our ideas and sell them because we know we're right. We know that we believe that in Detroit, if our policies win, that families actually stay together. That families, intact families, are valued and celebrated and encouraged. We know that every child will have access to a quality, safe education. We know that there will be at least as many black business owners as there was under segregation, because now there's none. It's crazy. That makes no sense. We want people in Detroit to rise up and save their own city, and we want to give them the tools to do it, and we can. Now all of a sudden you get this vision, okay, so that's what it looks like if we win. That's something I can buy into. I remember I talked this summer to Bobby Shostak about this issue, and I said, we need to sell opportunity. That's our thing. Opportunity and possibility. And he said, so if I tell them I'm going to cut taxes and that'll help businesses create jobs, I'm like, nobody cares, Bobby, really. I mean, it doesn't resonate with people. They want to know that they're going to get a paycheck, that they can, especially as women. We want to know that our children are going to have a country that's worth fighting for when they grow up. We want to know that they're going to have a state that's worth staying in, and that there will be jobs here for them to have. So we have to figure out as women, as spokespersons for this idea of liberty, of freedom, we have to figure out what it looks like if we win, and then we have to talk about it in terms that resonate with people we're talking about. And two, so the Common Core issue. Meeting people where they're at is extremely important. And with the Common Core issue, what I would probably say to someone is say, you don't need to give them everything because they don't care and they feel like they can't do anything about it. I usually just try to give them a little bit, just enough to make them uncomfortable with the idea. Just a little bit about Common Core. And usually I talk about local control. I talk about how teachers won't have a say over education anymore, how Michigan's going to not be able to have a choice over what's taught to our students anymore. That's all I have to say. All the data points and all that stuff, they're like, well, I don't even understand that. And when someone doesn't understand what you're saying, they shut down or glaze over, and you've lost them. We don't have to give them everything at the beginning when we're just talking to them. Bumper stickers, okay? So that's the goal, is to talk in bumper stickers and be the optimists. We actually believe in people. We believe in possibility, in potential. We believe in the future. One of the slogans we're using for the campaign is the future belongs to the free. Because it does. That's who we are. We're selling that, all right? And I want to talk about tents really fast. How many of you have heard the term, we need a bigger tent in the Republican Party? Yeah. And I used to just get really irritated about that. And I actually had kind of a revelation about what that means, the idea of a bigger tent. Typically, again, because we're so factual, and it means this and it means that, we have to categorize it and have, a 15-point plan. But I'm asking you to switch the way you look at that idea. A bigger tent doesn't mean that we compromise our values. Right. In our world, when we're talking to people, if we truly love people, which we should, because they have breath in their lungs and they have value and they're here for such a time as this, just like we are. If we love people, our job is to meet them where they're at. Right. Our job is to say, you may not agree with me on everything, but we agree on this. I'm not compromising my values on this stuff, but I'm okay that we're not quite here yet. Because I have faith that if I love them where they're at, and hopefully I can keep talking to them, them on down the line. And let me just clarify, I'm saying this as a former pro-choice, liberal, socialist, progressive girl.
Whoa.
Yes.
You've come a long way, baby.
I've come a long way. But to meet me where I'm at, where I was, what's really important, to do it with kindness and to do it with love and to do it with grace. I just didn't know any better. Broken families make you think that the government solves the problems, not the families. Parents that have failed you and adults that have failed you make you not want to rely on other people and not sure you can rely on yourself, so you go to the government. There are reasons people behave the way they do and think the way they do, and if we can be the people that love them where they're at and bring them in slowly, then that's an awesome bridge that we can build as women. So that's kind of what I've been learning and what I've been talking to people about. I am running for state representative in the 47th district. I put cards on the table. I'm running against 4 men, and I really want to win. I'm a military wife. I've been on the school board. I'm a conservative Christian. I've been involved in the Tea Party movement since it began, and I'm very excited about going to Lansing and serving the people of Michigan. I wouldn't be a good candidate if I didn't tell you you are welcome to financially support me. I'd appreciate it. I just have to raise some money. And I'm really looking forward to representing CWAM as well as I move forward. So just remember 2 things: bumper stickers and tents, and then we have to do all those things in love for our fellow neighbors because we're the believers in possibility.
Why do the Democrats have those nice little sweet kind stickers, but then they come out with nasty stuff in God's world about the Republicans? Like today, they came out with Republicans don't care about babies after they're born.
Because we see this as a political fight, and it's actually kind of a marketing fight. And we're not very good at marketing our ideas. And we let them define the issues, and we don't want to call them big fat liars when they're big fat liars, and we should. We have to smile when we do it, but we should. And just a little snarky, smile.
If you don't mind, we're going to keep our, if you can write everything down on the index card, we're going to answer all the questions at the end. Is that
Yeah,
okay?